أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear fellow friends and audiences from across the globe. We have, mashallah, audience from Singapore, from Philippines, from Malaysia as well. So first of all, I would like to thank Brother Ja'far, the man behind the Madani Institute in Singapore, to giving me the opportunity to share what I have learned a little bit about online course entrepreneurship. So basically, I would like to take this opportunity to share my experiences and my understanding on creating online courses and how we can each other benefit from this know-how, from these skills, and we can help lots of many others across in our society to create an impact in their lives and also change their lives. So before I start, I would like to ask you a small like a question, like before we go into deeper into the course, I'd just like to ask you, why would you consider online course entrepreneurship? Like, what is the why behind your online course entrepreneurship? So the floor is open for everyone to respond.
Yeah, everything is online now, so
Yeah.
no option.
Any other answers?
It's like we don't have a choice, you know.
Yeah. Anyone else? Floor is open.
I think
you can also write in the chat box if you want.
In terms of the marketing or in terms of the reaching out, we through online learning we can actually reach out beyond our shores.
So basically, Brother Jafar is saying that it's now easier to go with online courses. Yeah. Anyone else in the chat box, maybe, or maybe you can open up your mic and speak out. Like questions, like before we. Yes.
Yeah, everybody can just go into the chat box. You can write.
Yeah, I think someone just contributed. I'm not sure. I couldn't hear it properly. So maybe you want to share again?
Sharing that.
All right. So basically, yeah, whatever you have said is true. So welcome to the world of online courses. Welcome to your freedom. With online courses, you can start building your freedom. You can you can maximize your time. We call it time leverage. You can create impact in your community. You can help lots of many other people, which could be a bit tougher doing face-to-face courses. In online courses, you can reach hundreds and thousands of people at the same time. And also, if you are a person who loves to travel across the globe, then you can, of course, take the advantage of online courses. You can build your own lifestyle, and you can choose whether you want to travel. And if you think you don't want to travel because of your choices, then you can also take the advantage of your online courses, and you can choose not to travel as well. So it's up to you, however you want to design your life, however you want to shape it, or you want to choose whatever you want to do it. And the most important thing that comes to my mind is that we can create transformation easily and faster. So now let's move into the world of online courses. Now, what do you understand by online courses? Because here we have a lot of we have people from diverse backgrounds. We have teachers, we have consultants, we have online course, we have online trainers as well. So definitely the answer from each person will be different. So let's try to find out what you understand by online courses.
Okay,
there's
so
no
for me,
right and
right,
wrong, so everything is right.
Yeah, for me, it's whether it's an online course or whether it's a classroom face-to-face session, the materials are the same, except that we don't have what you call physical interaction. We are interacting over a medium like a computer and all that. Of course, there are some what you call pros and cons, right? You know, when in a classroom, you have that human to human interaction. You actually get to see the person, you see body language, you make eye contact, which is a very important part of communication, right? In a Zoom class, sometimes I have students who actually off the video and then I don't know where they are, you know. So you can't actually see them because they log in, they sign in attendance, and then they just off the video. So there are pros and cons, but basically the substance is the same, right? What we are getting the message across, the knowledge and all that, right? Basically is the same. Except that, you know, there are some conveniences in online courses. We don't have to travel, you know. I can be at home. I don't have to dress up in, you know, in tie and coat and suit and all that, right? So there are pros and cons. But if you're talking about the physical interaction, of course, the face-to-face would be more impactful, right?
Definitely,
So online courses are the things that we cannot run away from. So what now we have this thing, what you call the hybrid kind of teaching. You know, so in some of the sessions we have a face-to-face, some of the sessions we have actually online. So it's a combination.
Yeah, true. Basically, you have it already. So anyone else want to contribute?
Yeah, please free to actually share. Ustazah Halima, you want to share on your experiences to online learning, online courses?
So this is actually a session where everyone will be engaging, everyone will be contributing. So please feel free.
I think naturally we are all very shy people.
Yeah, okay, so let me get back to the objective of my questions. Why I'm asking these questions. Like we need to understand what online course actually means. Is it recorded classes, or is it live sessions? Is it Zoom sessions? Is there anything else that we should use besides Zoom, or is Zoom enough? Or what is it, like quizzes, assignments, tests done online? Like Brother Saifuddin already mentioned that it's like everything that we do in physical classes, we are doing it just online. Or what is it? Do you need to add some gamification, some extra tools to make your online course? Like what exactly do you need? Or is it a hybrid model, like already Brother Saifuddin mentioned? So basically, online courses, Brother Saifuddin already mentioned, is like everything that we do in face-to-face classes, we do it online. It's only the medium is different. And since the medium is different, then we need to know a little bit extra about the medium, like whether it's a Zoom or what else do you need. So the basic objective behind asking this question is, if you are an online course creator, if you are a teacher who teaches online, then maybe we are almost all of us are familiar with Zoom or maybe Google Meet or one of the tools like that. But is that tool enough to create online courses? That may be enough to just deliver the classes just like we are doing today. But when it comes to courses, then there are lots of other things beside the class itself. Like you have quizzes, you have assignments, you have questions, answers, you have discussion boards. So you have lots of activities that's included in the whole class. So now Zoom will not definitely allow you to have quizzes or assignments, to submit your assignments with a deadline, to get it auto-marked. So there are lots of other features that you need in a classroom setting, which you cannot definitely get in a Zoom tool or a Google Meet tool or any other live classroom tools like that. So that's why we actually need a learning management system where you get almost all these integrated together. So one of the free learning management system is Google Classroom, where you can start your own online courses with quizzes, assignments, and lots of basic features integrated together. So in another session, maybe we can talk about the learning management system, which you can get lots of free learning management systems, but you can also subscribe to some of the paid learning management system as well. But let's forget about the learning management system today. Today, we're going to talk about online course entrepreneurship. So I might be bothering you again with another question that is like, why online courses?
Oh, maybe you can enlighten me. how can we distinguish these online courses is informal courses or we call that informal and formal courses? Because informal courses, there is also quizzes, there's also examination, and there is also some question and answer. And formal courses, there is also almost the same. So how can we distinguish between formal courses and informal courses?
Well, yeah, online courses can be formal, can be informal. Online courses can be, professional courses can be just a simple basic course that you created. But the only difference between physical courses and online courses is the medium of delivery, is the platform that you're using to deliver. So basically, you can use the tools, you can use online tools to create any type of course you want.
So if we say that, we can say that informal courses is effective and the informal courses is effective also.
Sorry?
If we follow what you are talking, informal courses is effective one, or which is the effective one, the informal courses or the
Yeah.
formal courses?
Okay, that we're going to talk about that, how to create your course effective. Because it doesn't matter what type of course you're creating, but it matters how you are delivering your courses, how you're engaging your people, how you're creating the transformation that you're willing to make it. So we're going to talk about that in the coming slides.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, as we mentioned, like why online courses? I think Brother Sarfuddin already mentioned that we have no choice. Now everyone is going online. That's one thing, but the other thing is that this is the time to start to adopt online courses, because the online course industry is growing rapidly. If you look at all these like known companies from online course industries like Thinkific, Teachable, Masterclass, Coursera, Udemy, all these are popular faces in online course industries, and they're all growing every day, every moment. And the size of online course industry is already at 300, and it was around 327 billion US dollars last year when they were forecasted for 2026. And currently the forecast for e-learning market for 2026 is $457 billion. So that means it's already growing. And for 2027, the expected size of online learning market industry is already 521 billion US dollars, which was predicted much lower in the prediction last year. So why is it so? Why is the market growing so fast? Because definitely the pandemic has taught us how to move from physical classes to online courses. That's one thing. The other thing is that we need to develop ourselves. We need to create, we need to upgrade our skills. But at the same time, the cost, online courses have provided us this transformation at a cheaper cost, and without the hassles to travel, without the hassle to move out from the comfort zone. And also at the same time, we can meet our needs with little hassle, right? So now, since most of us are from the Asian Pacific region, we just wanted to share with you what opportunities do we have as part of this region. I mean, we just mentioned about the global online course industry, which is growing at very high prospect. The growth rate is very high. But specifically when it comes to the Asian Pacific region, definitely we know the prospect for online course industry in the Asian Pacific region is a bit higher than the global industry, because we have a larger market size, and the market is almost untapped. As you can see that most of the online course industry, the rising players, the top players in the industry, they come from either the European market or the American market. But when it comes to the Asian market, the market is still untapped. We have very few players in the industry. And of course, we mentioned about the perfect timing, that now we are converting from physical classes to online classes. And COVID-19 pandemic has taught us this, to adopt online tools very easily. And also, if you look at the statistics, the growth rate for Asian Pacific region is definitely higher than other region, which is 19.17% for the next 5 to 6 years. So this is just a projection. That means we are actually moving towards a growth industry where you can take advantage of. So if you don't take action now, then maybe you're going to lose the momentum. Maybe you will be late to tap into the industry. So that's why we always focus that why now? Why this is the right time? Because there are lots of other reasons why this is the right time. Because besides what we have already mentioned, other reasons include that online course industry is an industry where you can enter without having additional certifications or without having additional knowledge or without having additional developments in your personal self, because you already have the knowledge, you're already equipped with the requirements that you need to start the online course, or you need to start in the industry, because you're already knowledgeable in your field, you're already expert in your field. What you need to do is just take the knowledge you have, take the skills you have, take the expertise you have, and share it with others. You just need to know how to share it. That means you just need to upgrade yourself with a simple basic tools to convert your knowledge into online courses. And you can contribute to the gig economy, where everyone can contribute. Like you can take the help of other people, and you can create impact with other people together, and you can create a mass transformation as well. And also, beside that, I would like to focus on the last point, that is you can create a shock-proof income with your online courses. Why do we need to create a shock-proof income? Because we are all expecting an economic downturn, an economic recession coming up, according to lots of many projections. So if there is an economic recession, then definitely, like almost everywhere, the market will be affected. But with an online course, you can start your own entrepreneurship from your house, from the comfort of your house, and you can sell your courses cross-border to other countries where people would need your expertise. Let's say you're in Singapore and you are an expert in communications, for example. So you can start a course on communication with your expertise from the comfort of your home, and you can sell your courses to Middle East or Europe or America or even any other part of the globe. That's why these online platforms would enable you to start a shock-proof source of income for yourself. And with that, definitely you can change your life and the change the life of many other people. So now coming back to another question, because I know that there are lots of teachers here. Many of us are teachers. So what is the difference between offering courses online and developing an online course entrepreneurship? The floor is open. You can answer. What is the difference between offering your courses online and developing an online course entrepreneurship? Definitely, there is a difference you can understand, and it's very simple. Anyone?
Well, I think if you're talking about online courses, you probably, like what you say, share your expertise online. But if it's entrepreneurship, then you are in it in a business sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, basically the difference is, if you're a teacher already teaching at a university or a school or a college or learning institute, then you're just delivering it online. You're not involved with attraction, with getting the students, with retaining the students, with the other stages related to marketing and growing your business. But when you are talking about online course entrepreneurship, that means you have to do everything from A to Z on your own. You have to get your own students. You have to look for students. You have to find students, and you have to teach them. You have to create transformation in them. You have to make sure they are with you as for a longer term. That means the customer lifetime value of a customer, like CLV that we're going to talk about. So that means it's an entrepreneurship, that where you start from the zero until you retain it, until you maintain it, until you build your own community. So that's why today our topic is not only about online courses, but today we are going to talk about online course entrepreneurship. That means you're not only going to build your online courses, but you're also going to scale it, you're also going to grow it, and you're also going to create your own community so that you can retain it. So
Sorry, brother. Can you because I cannot connect my mind. Okay. So can you give me the definition of courses, please? Because if you are talking about courses, it is a degree. It is a degree, and then now we use online, so it must be online degree. So if there is a degree, there is a curriculum, there is a prospectus, there is a guidelines, as like as what we know in the universities. And then that's why I'm asking you: is it what talking about is it informal courses or formal courses? So
Yeah.
that's why anybody can do informal courses, but we cannot do. Anybody can do informal courses, but we cannot
yeah,
do formal courses because it is
exactly.
related
I
degree
think
and intellectual implications.
yeah, okay, brother Nico, maybe we have to think very basic because we are talking about general people here. So online, we are not talking about the definition of courses, the types of courses, but we are talking about the methods or the tools, how you can offer the courses. So when it comes to online courses, whether it's formal or whether it's informal, whether you're part of an institute or whether you are an individual trying to start your own entrepreneurship, you can use the tools irrespective of your affiliation with anything, or whether you're an individual, you can use the tools. So we are talking about how to develop the skills in terms of using the tools. So let's say, for example, brother Sarfuddin, he's on his own, he's not affiliated to any institution. So how can he use these online tools to start his online course entrepreneurship, and how can he grow it, how can he create value, and how can he create a larger community so that he doesn't have to work much and he can develop his entrepreneurship effortlessly. So we are talking about online course entrepreneurship. When it comes to formal courses, like you mentioned, online courses, if you are affiliated to any institution or university or learning center, then most of these jobs, the marketing things, are already done by the institution itself. Like if you are a teacher at the university is showing up advertisement to enroll students. So you don't have to bother about much about creating your own community. What you have to bother is just go into the online platform and deliver your course and you come back, right? So that's why there's a difference between online courses or delivering online and creating an online course entrepreneurship. So if we go further, maybe it will be clearer because we will talk about the steps of online course entrepreneurship, the journey. As you can see in the screen, what is online course entrepreneurship? So the success to unlocking your online course entrepreneurship is to look at the process of how people can find you. So that means you have to do the marketing, people can find you, and how people can remain and work with you. So you have to make sure that you're adding values and you're keeping them with you, you're retaining your students, and how you can keep adding values to their lives over time and create a massive impact. So that means you're not only creating values, but also you're creating transformation. You're making a change in them. So that's why I emphasized on this point. I raised this question again and again, that what is the difference between delivering course online and creating online course entrepreneurship. So irrespective of it's a formal course, informal course, irrespective of a curriculum, irrespective of a certificate, you can still share your expertise, you can still share your knowledge online, and you can also grow your own community. So this is what we were talking about. And if we look into the journey, it looks something like this. How does an online course entrepreneurship journey look like? It's very simple. The first phase is discovery. I have the course. Let's say I have a course, I have some skills, I have some expertise, but nobody knows me. So I need people to discover me. I need some methodologies. I need some systems so that people know me, so people can discover about my offerings. And then I have to create engagement with them so that they can trust me. They know that I am an authoritative person in this area. So without engagement, they will never know me. And that's not the main focus of my entrepreneurship, because we're talking about entrepreneurship. We need revenue as well. We need the business to move on. We need the business to create value and also create revenue so that we can keep moving. And the revenue phase is not the only phase we talk about in the online entrepreneurship, but we need to maintain relationship with our students, and so that they keep on coming to me, and also they add the community, they add other friends and fellows to the community with referral, and together we can build a community. So this is the journey basically, and then from community you still go back to the discovery phase, because there will be lots of new people coming into the community. They will find you through the community, and then they will go back to the discovery phase, and they will start their journey with minor engagements, and then they go into higher value programs with revenue phase. So we are going to talk in details about this. So the first phase is the discovery phase, right? How will people discover you? How can we create effective online courses which will be easily discovered? Because without people knowing me, without people discovering me, I will never be able to get into people. I'll never be able to let people know that there is something that I can offer. So before there can be lots of other means in the discovery phase. Like I can offer lots of tools, lots of what do you call this, offerings, so that people can discover me. And one of the simplest offerings is mini course or a free course or a free webinar, just like today. And in this type of courses, in this type of interactive programs, what we should focus on is not what I want to teach, but rather I should ask people what they need. So that, because I'm actually trying to create impact, I'm trying to create transformation. That's why I need to deliver what my people need, not definitely what I know, or not what I want to teach. I may want to teach so many things, but it might not be relevant to the audience. Then it doesn't make sense giving them what they don't need. So that's why before we create a mini course, before we create, whether it can be a book as well, an ebook or a PDF, or it can be like anything, you know, there are lots of tools to engage in the discovery phase. So whatever you're doing it, make sure you're engaging people, you're asking them what they need, and you not necessarily what you know best. And start with what you can offer them best, because you're expert in this. Let's say I'm not a communication expert. If I just start a mini course on communications, then I'm going to fail it, because I'm not an expert in communications, right? So just like that, I should start with something that I know best, so that I can deal with their queries. I can provide them solutions, because my objective in this discovery phase is to provide solutions to the community, provide solutions to people who are trying to find out more about me. And I need to get my community to engage in building the course, because okay, now when it comes to building the course, then we will discuss this in details in the upcoming long course, that how we can build the course, because there are lots of stages in building the course. Even before building the course, we have to talk about the pre launching, or even the pre-pilot session of the course, because it's not necessarily that I know everything about a course and then I start delivering everything that I know. That doesn't make sense. So I have to co-create. I have to engage my people in terms of creating the course, so that my course, so that the course that I'm going to deliver will be effective, will be engaging, will be solving the problems of my community. So with this is called co-creating or co-creation of the course, which we start with a pilot course. That means you start with a pilot course, then in the pilot course you have lots of co-creators. That means your students are your co-creators, and we engage them to help and build a very effective and very transformative course, and we get their feedback. And that's what we are actually focusing on, the transformation, because courses are not YouTube videos. YouTube videos, you just create a video and that's it, gone. There's no interaction. People can't ask you a question. I mean, they can ask in the chat box and in the comment box, but not a question that you can answer live and you can create a transformation. But courses are meant to be transformative. So why do we go to universities? Why do we go to learning schools? The objective of education is to create a shortcut to desired transformation. Why do I go to Guru? If I want to learn about leadership, I can read hundreds and thousands of books, but why should I go to an expert who knows about leadership? Because it's a shortcut. An expert can give me a shortcut. He can sit with me, maybe in 2 hours or maybe in 2 days. He can give the solutions to my problem. But if I have to find out myself, then I would have to read hundreds and thousands of books. That will waste a lot of time, energy, and that will cost a lot, because cost of not implementing is very expensive.
Brother Taufik, can you
Yeah.
just go to the previous slide? Okay, this one, right? Okay, so you asked the first question is, do you want to teach what you know or what people need to ask for, right? So I'm thinking I can only teach what I know. I cannot be teaching what people want if I don't have the knowledge, right? So how do I go about doing this? Because I can only teach what I know. If I don't know that particular, I don't know anything about nuclear technology, right? But
Yeah.
I know there are some people who are interested in nuclear technology, but I know nothing. So how am I going to teach something which I don't know?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Your answer is already, your question is already answered in the second point. That is what you can offer them best. Not necessarily, if you cannot teach them something that they want, but you don't even know and you don't have expertise on, right? Let's say you mentioned already, you cannot teach on nuclear science because you have no expertise on it. So you can only, because your course is not necessarily going to be on an area which you can't even, you don't even have an expertise on. So when you're starting a course, when you're teaching a course, you're teaching on a subject matter which you already know, which you are best at. And even if you are best at something, you're not necessarily going to teach them everything that you know, right? You are a communication expert. So if you want to write a book on communication, you can write maybe hundreds of pages on communication. But if you want to create a course, are you going to teach everything in that course? Maybe not, because that's not going to solve the problem of your audience. I'm not necessarily like, if I need a solution, then I would look for a shortcut. I would not go for a long course. I can take an MBA in communication, but that might not give the solution to my problem. The solution could be in a short course, in let's say half an hour course and 1 hour course, or even I can do a consultation for half an hour, 1 hour to get my problem solved. I don't need a long solution or a long discussion on the problem, right? So the objective here is to be a specific, addressing the needs of my audience. So definitely the needs of my audience would be in my area, not in other areas. Then if it's in others, then it's not my audience, right?
Okay, so you see, in other words, what you're saying is, I need to look for people who have a need for what I know.
Definitely, that's in your field. You're expert on a field, and your students will definitely be people who are interested to know more about your fields, right? Because other than that, you cannot create transformation. How can you create transformation if you are not transformed yourself?
Okay, can I just go a little bit further?
Yeah.
I don't have a particular knowledge on that particular field, but there's a lot of demand for that particular thing. So can I conduct an an online entrepreneurial course where I partner up with somebody else who can do this, and then I'm like getting the people to that particular course. Like for example, Cikgu Anwar is an expert in writing books, right? So I'm not an expert in writing books. I don't know how to write books. So I'm offering this course because a lot of people who want to learn how to write books, and I get Cikgu Anwar to do the job for me, and I get the people connected to him. So do you also do that kind of contents in this entrepreneurship course?
Definitely, you can, because you see that's called cohort-based learning. So if you may, it's not necessary that you are expert in every field.
Yeah.
Let's see, if I start an online course, then if I teach about creating the online course, and then there will be sections on marketing the online course, on sales, and also there could be a section on the technology of the online course, then it could be possible that I'm not an expert in all the 3 fields. I might be expert in one field, and for maybe marketing, I'll get my friend to come and teach the marketing part. Maybe for the tech part, I might get a friend to come and teach on the tech part, right? So we can do it like that. That's called a cohort-based learning, where you have more like teachers, like few teachers together, and you're creating a community teaching together. So it's of course very possible, and that's more effective because people will be getting different perspectives from different people.
All right, thank you.
This is more like the combination of skills.
Yeah. You can add on experts. You can add on experts. Even in masterminds, there are also online mastermind programs where you have experts joining together, teaching you on different subject matters. yeah, so basically I'll focus on this point, like what is the objective of education? Is a shortcut to desired transformation. So why do we go to schools? Why do we go to gurus and chigus? Because if I am to find out the solution myself, I would have to go waste a lot of time, money, energy.
Yeah.
So going to schools, going to gurus, going to chigus or mentors is to get a transformation with a short time in an easy way. So as we mentioned about the discovery phase, how can we let people know more about me? We can create like PDF documents, ebooks, free training, mini courses, webinars, just like we are doing right now. So you can provide this in your website, in your community, in your social media, whatever platforms you have. You can let people know that you are doing something, and you can provide them some value in it. You can let them know what you're doing. You can share your ideas, and you can ask your people to share with this, because these are usually free. Usually these are just the initial interaction that you're creating. When it comes to marketing, then you might be talking, you might have heard about the marketing funnel, because without a funnel, funnel is like a journey of the customer. So the first phase of the funnel is they get to know you, that they get to discover you with all these free training materials, free books, and free contents that you're providing. So why should you provide free contents? Because you see, the online world is such a huge like platform where you have massive information on a subject matter. There are hundreds and thousands of information on a subject matter that you just Google it, you find hundreds and thousands of information there, and people, they can come up with anything they want. So there's no authenticity. I mean, sometimes, yeah, the authenticity is in question, and there's skepticism is rampant. So because it's very tough to trust someone in this world of online media. People can come up with anything they want, so it's very tough to ensure that they are authentic, and skepticism is rampant. So people will start doubting about the information that they receive. So that's why with the free content, what you can do is you can build trust with them. You can eliminate skepticism slowly over time. Of course, it's not going to be on a one shot, but you can start creating a relationship with them, and you can establish your authority on the subject matter over time. So just like Brother Sarfuddin mentioned, how can you create an authority if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the expertise on that subject matter? So you cannot definitely teach something that you don't know. So you have to teach something that you know, but you also cannot teach everything that you know. So you have to be focused, so that your offering should be a solution to the problems that your audience have. And you have to invite your community to engage, because with this free contents, you are inviting them to engage. You are inviting them to join your community. They will be like more open to listen to you once they get you build the trust, once they eliminate the skepticism. So just wanted to ask you a few minutes from your time. Now, what would you like to teach? What course or what topic would you like to start with? Or maybe you're already teaching. Many of them are expert teachers here. But if you are still new, then maybe you can think of what topic would you like to teach? And what type of free contents would you like to start with? Whether it's an ebook, PDF, mini course, free webinar, maybe you can think of it. Just keep it at the back of your mind. You can think about it. If you want to start an online course entrepreneurship, you can work on this. Okay, now the second phase, engagement. Now, once people have already discovered me, I need to create engagement with them. So this is the process of nurturing the leads that I got through the discovery phase, and the process of removing skepticism and establishing trust, because they need to trust me. Otherwise, they're not going to work with me. If I don't trust a person, I'm not going to work with them, or work with them, right? So how do we create engagement? How do you create engagement? We need to start the communications through emails, through mini contents, through trainings, webinars, and also we can offer them low-cost courses, because still people are skeptic, so we cannot charge them high. We cannot give them high-paid courses. We have to offer them low-cost courses, which is not going to be burdensome on them, but at the same time, they will get some values. They will get some points to transform their lives. So once they get the values, the relationship will increase, the trust will increase, and skepticism will be lower. Now comes the core pillar of the whole entrepreneurship journey, that is the revenue. So just with, like I mentioned here, offering low-cost courses. Low-cost courses will not help us build the revenue of the entrepreneurship, because if I sell a course for, let's say, $20 or $50, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't actually create revenue for the entrepreneurship. That's not enough. But the whole entrepreneurship will be dependent on this phase, on revenue phase. So if we can build this phase properly, the entrepreneurship will survive. We can create community. We can offer different programs to create retention and build community, and then that will go back to the discovery phase. So more, I mean, there's a huge contribution from this revenue phase on the whole journey of the entrepreneurship. So just like mini courses is not sufficient, we need to create high paid courses. We need to create transformative courses. We need to create courses which will offer deeper insights, which will get them more results, and at the same time keep our entrepreneurship moving. And how can we do that? We can do that by offering flagship programs, or coaching and mentorship, or membership, live events. Just like Brother Saifuddin mentioned, the flagship programs, yeah, we can design flagship programs which is specialized by me or by my team, where I can include a few other mentors together. So flagship program means it's a specialized program which I have the copyright of that program, and it's only me who has designed it, and it's only my way of teaching it, that program. That's like, for example, Stephen, for example. You can say that Stephen is a flagship program of Madani Institute, maybe. So if you create unique programs, flagship programs, which no one else is offering, then definitely people will come to you. And these flagship programs should focus on creating value and transforming people. And same goes everywhere, like coaching and mentorship. These are longer programs, coaching and mentorship. It can go for from 6 weeks to 12 months, or even more than 12 months longer. Because throughout this time, you are coaching someone, you're guiding someone, you're helping someone to change his or her life, right? And membership, yeah, membership is like a community where, let's say, you know, the example of Brother Saifuddin comes in here again. In membership, you can have few trainers together, and they create a membership, they create a community where they can deliver courses and they can deliver their expertise from time to time. And membership is not necessarily time-based. It's not necessarily for 1 month or 2 months or 6 weeks. There's no time limit in membership. Sometimes you can create membership for lifelong. Let's say Al-Madani Institute can create lifelong membership for their community. And in this membership, you can offer regular courses on different topics. So it all depends on how you want to design it. And live events, definitely you have summits, you have webinars, you have like face-to-face programs, you have retreats. You can go on a resort, on a holiday spot, on a vacation spot, and you can combine vacation and learning and workshop and all this together at the same time. So basically, the revenue part is dependent on how you are designing your programs to high-paid programs, like which are going to help you retain your entrepreneurship, and also at the same time create values to your audience, your team, your community. So next comes the fourth phase, is retention. So once we have built the entrepreneurship, once we have created revenue for the entrepreneurship, now we need to maintain it. It's not necessary, it's not sufficient that whatever audience we got, we just give them, deliver the course, and let's say goodbye, halas, you go to your house and I'm at my home. It's not enough. We need to keep them coming back to me so that they get more values over time, so that I can create more impact in the community. And how we do it? We do this, I mean, customer lifetime value of a journey is very well known. So we need to create a longer customer lifetime value. So the more people are engaging with me, the more customer lifetime value it is. So it all depends on how we are offering the courses, whether it can be sequenced programs, high ticket offerings, or continuity of support and programs. So that means basically this is more or less dependent on the revenue phase. If our revenue phase is designed with programs which are sequential, which are like long-term offerings like mentorship or community-based programs, then these will help us retain our customers. And the solution, the secret towards retaining your customers is when we are creating a course, when we are creating a program, at the back of our mind, we should ask them, what's next? What is the next stage after this program? Let's say today is the free webinar. So what's next? I have to keep that in mind in this program, and I have to deliver that what's next, the next stage in this program. So just like if we go into another program, we have to think that next stage, what's next in our mind, and we have to offer that, deliver that solution to our community so that they know what is the next stage in the journey. And the fifth phase is the referral phase, which will help us to grow our community organically and create more values to a wider number of people, a wider community of people, and at the same time keep us growing exponentially. And how can we grow our community through referrals? It's very simple. We can ask anyone to bring a friend type of offer. Let's say, okay, if you come in, you have this price, but if you bring a friend, you get a lower price. So we can offer this type of solutions to them. And also we can offer them mastermind programs, like we mentioned earlier. We can offer them accountability partners, because we are working towards creating values and transforming people. So how can we transform others? There must be accountability. Without accountability, we cannot get the results that we need, right? So we can create programs where we have accountability partners, where each of them will be accountable to the other, and they will both together work together under a mentor, under a guru. And that guru will help both of them create transformation in their lives. And we have to keep on working, building about a thriving community. And this building thriving community can be done with so many programs, so many like offerings that you can share with them. You can offer lots of events, free events. It's okay. You can offer them sort of like training programs on, like it can go on, the list and go on. You can be very innovative in building your own community. So now why we need to start the journey right? Why do you think the discovery phase is very important? Why is it the first stage? But it's also important because if we have the right discovery tools, we get 20% more leads than not having the right discovery tools. And if we have the right discovery tools with 20% more leads, we get 15% more conversions in the engagement phase. And with that, the revenue phase grows 30% extra. And retention and referral altogether, we get around 25% greater customer lifetime value of the journey. So all this together will create a greater impact on the whole entrepreneurship itself. So that's why we have to start with the right tool, we have to start with the right program, and we have to create the right programs for each level, each engagement phase, revenue phase, and retention phase. So just wanted to get you a bit busy. Take action now. Now you're about to start your online course entrepreneurship. So what you need to do is choose your topic. And if you're not sure whether your topic is going to be fine, whether your topic is going to be accepted by your people, then the simplest thing is you can discuss it with your friends, you can discuss with your colleagues, and you can ask them what they think about it, what they're really looking for, what is their problem, what they need in terms of solving their problems. And once you have the topic, once you know how to solve problems for a small number of people, then you can ask them, you can engage them, you can ask them to help you. So what in details they need more, what else they want to know more about this topic, about that specific topic. And with them, you can create your pilot project, your pilot course. So in the long course that we're going to talk about for 4 sessions, we're going to talk about how to create a pilot course. What are the stages in creating a pilot course, and what to do and what not to do, and what are the stages in creating a course itself. because before the discovery phase, we need to create a course. And how can we create course? There are lots of stages. And even there are stages before the launching. There are stages, things to do during the launching, and there are things to do after the launching, so that our course is properly created and properly we can offer values to right people. So you're ready with your course? I mean, should we do the exercise, or we should leave it? Because it might take around 5 minutes. If you want to do the exercise, you can go ahead.
Do some exercise.
Yeah, maybe you're bored listening to me, monotonous. So you can take up your paper and pen. You can maybe choose your topic, any topic that you want to teach. Maybe if you have a topic on your mind, you can share here. You can open the microphone and you can share what topic you want to teach.
Okay, I would like to start off with introduction to NLP.
Excellent. Yeah. Neuro-linguistic programming, very
That's right.
important. Yeah. So if this is a topic that you want to start with, then what are the solutions? What are the problems you're going to address here?
Okay, NLP, the full name is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Okay, neuro, I normally start off with a clear explanation what the word NLP means, because when people, people are using so much acronyms nowadays that they don't know the real meaning of the impact of that particular word. Like, when I do safety training, right, we keep using the word PPE, PPE, PPE. Everybody is talking about PPE, but they don't know what PPE means. So when they don't even know what it means, right, there is no impact in that the subject. So I'll tell them personal protective equipment. Personal means is about you, and it's about protecting you, equipment or tools that can protect you from danger. So now there's a bigger understanding. Oh, so this is what PPE is all about, right? So just like that, NLP, right? NLP has been used so frequently that now people don't even know what NLP means. They know it's some kind of a new age kind of stuff, but they don't know what it means. So I normally go into the explanation part where they have a very clear idea what this is all about. And then moving on to the next topic becomes easier.
Exactly.
Okay, so when I say NLP, right, neuro is referring to the nervous system. In our body, right, everything is from the head to the toe. Every single organ, every single parts of our body is connected by nerves to the brain. So it's actually a study of the brain, how the brain works. Neuro, right, neuro. And then linguistic is the language, whether it's a verbal language, whether it's a sign language, or whether it is a picture. That means anything that you want to communicate. Language is a form of communication. So how do you communicate with your brain? The brain controls all the rest of the part of the body, right? So how do you communicate with your brain to program? So that's why I say program your brain to achieve a particular result, whatever the result might be. Right? So this is what it is about. It is a study of the brain and how can we maximize the functions of the brain to achieve whatever result we want to achieve in our lives. And there are many areas where NLP is applicable. Okay, one area that I would like to talk about is about the eradication or elimination of negative habits, like smoking. Right? Okay, so people who smoke, they want to give up smoking and they use willpower, maybe for 1 week, maybe for 1 month, and then they control. But willpower alone is not enough, because the program in your nervous system says smoking equals pleasure. So the human body, right, or the mind will always seek something that you perceive to give you pleasure. Right? And it is called the pain pleasure principle, PPP, pain pleasure principle. The human body will always yearn, that means it's always moving forward in the area which you have programmed, whether consciously or unconsciously, or whether personally or by the society, that you will always move in that direction. So people who smoke, right, they have programmed, whether consciously or unconsciously, programmed into their nervous system that smoking equals pleasure. So no matter how much willpower you have, right, the program is still there. It's like an example, right? If you want to install Windows 11 and you have a previous program called Windows, say Windows XP, you need to remove that XP first before you can put in the Windows 11, correct? You cannot have both of the systems inside and then you'll be clashing against each other, you'll just crash. Okay, like so like that, right? You need to remove that the earlier program of smoking equals pleasure and turn it into a smoking equals extreme pain. Yeah. So when you do the program, smoking equals extreme pain, you can give the guy $1,000 to smoke. He won't smoke because it's very painful to smoke.
Mhm.
So in the areas of overcoming addiction, right, NLP is super effective. Not only addiction, I'm just giving one area. NLP
Yeah,
is
yeah.
applicable in a huge number of areas
Mhm.
where it is you can expect to get fast results, fast lasting results. So NLP is a very powerful topic, right? And you know it's applicable to anyone. It can be applicable to students in the area of accelerated learning,
Yeah.
in the area of overcoming addiction, in the area
Mm.
of building relationship, in the
Mm.
area of impressing someone within the first 30 seconds, in
Yeah.
area of making someone
Sport.
fall madly in love with you. I mean, you don't have to be as good looking as me, but you can, even if you're not as good looking, you can still do that, All right. So, uh,
yeah, because I just to remind, because now it's already coming to 12 o'clock, because I think we have
Yeah,
to.
I'm about to finish. Yeah. So thank you so much, Brother Sarfuddin. So we in the long course that we are going to discuss how to create a topic and how to like Brother Sarfuddin said, in 30 seconds you can impress someone. So how to create a topic and how to propose it to someone that in one sentence or maybe in 30 seconds you can deliver a message so that he will be interested in taking your topic or in taking your course. So these are something that we actually need to learn about. So maybe if you can write down these points, maybe you can go home and you can do the exercise yourself, because we are also running a bit short of the time. So let's move forward. Yeah, so now let's like the program that we're going to launch for 6 weeks. It's about 4 sessions, right? So that's about we're going to be providing you support and guidance about creating building freedom with your online course entrepreneurship. So this program, we are going to offer it soon, inshallah, after a few weeks, after you come back from your holidays, from your vacation. So it will be a 4-session programs, and it will be limited to a number of students, only a small number of learners, so that we can personally help each other, we can personally guide each other, and we can get the results out of it. So what are the topics that we are trying to include here is not only how to start, launch, and scale your online course entrepreneurship, but also how to sell your courses without selling. So it means you're not going to be a salesy, you're not going to be salesy, but you're automatically going to sell your courses. So you're going to use some methodologies, or you're going to express it in a way so that people are already interested to know more about it. And what are the stages of online course entrepreneurship? Like I mentioned before, like how to launch a course, what are the stages before launching a course, what are the stages after launching a course, and all these things, and how you can grow your online course entrepreneurship effortlessly. So without pushing too much on the marketing things, that it's going to grow like organically. How are you going to do that? And not only that, how are you going to create a godfather offer for your course? Because it's not necessarily that it's not only sufficient to create a poster and post it in social media. Nobody will look at your poster. There are hundreds and thousands of posters there, but how to write it in a way so that at the first glance people will come to you and start reading your poster, or start reading your message, your content. And what are the godfather offer, like what are the stages, what are the points, what are the things that you need to include in the godfather offer? And maybe some of us are very afraid of the tech, right? The tech issues. Okay, I mentioned about the Zoom, and I said that Zoom is not enough. Then, oh my God, then what am I going to do? Because I only know Zoom, I don't know anything else. It's okay. How you can create an online course entrepreneurship without the worry to like embracing the tech issues too much? How can you create a tech hassle-free online course? And lots of other topics that maybe you are interested in. You can share your ideas. You can tell us what are the things that you want to know more about online course entrepreneurship, so that we can build a program together. Yeah, so there will be extended support after the four sessions course. There will be an extended support after the 4 sessions course that will go for 6 weeks. So that will be a bit focused, and I'll try my best to work with you personally throughout these 6 weeks, and every week we'll sit together. We'll help you develop your online courses. and help you to market it, help you to grow it, and help you create your own community. And within this 6 weeks, you're going to be able to launch your course yourself. But at the same time, I'll be available. I'll be happy to provide you my guidance, my support for extended more than 6 weeks, as long as 6 months. That's maximum, right? You can go on because of our relationship. Definitely, it's not necessarily that I'm going to stop after 6 months. I say I don't know you. No, it's not like that. I can keep on going. It's okay. But the mentorship will be for 6 months, 6 weeks, so that I can help you within these 6 weeks create your own course and launch it, and I can help you to market, like how to start your online course. And not only that, I also have a power guarantee. Power guarantee is that if within these 6 weeks you cannot, like until these 6 months, like I'm going to extend to 6 months. So even within these 6 months, you don't make enough money to cover up your investment for the 6 weeks program, right? Then the return will be, the balance will be returned to you. So let's say you have a fee for the 6-week mentorship program. So if you cannot create a course and within 6 months you cannot sell as much to make up the cost of your investment, then definitely the balance that you couldn't make will be returned to you. So that I'm going to make sure you're going to sell to as many people until you at least cover up your investment. But you can do it more than that if you're really serious and if you follow the instructions. Yeah, so maybe we can discuss this with Brother Jafar, and I would like to open up the floor. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please feel free.
Yeah, okay. I give about perhaps about 5 minutes to for us to basically discuss and ask questions. Perhaps Cikgu Anwar, you want to start first?
Okay, being in front of students, I'm used to talk and chop. So my only problem here is the tech issue. Another point I'd like to bring up is you mentioned earlier, Taufik, getting to be known, or how people to get to know you. I think it's rather important, because we can't just rely on the press, especially the national press. Okay, sometimes people who are expertise in many fields, because they are being pressed, they are not known. This is my point of view, from my experience with the press. And what I see here is it's not more on creating money. It's not more on shortcut to success. It's about building trust, like Brother Dean has mentioned, to impart knowledge. I think we have a part here, being Muslims, to impart knowledge, good knowledge, not just any other knowledge. So I think with a collaboration between, I say, I'm weak in the tech issue. Maybe with the help of Ustaz Jafar and those in the tech world can help me in a way design a program where I can reach a wider audience, because I know there's something that I need to impart, but the things that I do not know how. So far, I only know talk and chop. If Brother Dane has 4 grandchildren, sorry, Brother Dane, I have more. I have 6. I could be older than you. Okay, so maybe because of age-wise, I'm a bit slow in the tech field. So my only hope is that I can learn as much as possible, but maybe I'm a bit slow in that field. But I think that's something that I want to reach out. I want to reach out to a wider audience. And because I think I have a mission in there. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Cikgu Anwar. Exactly. Actually, there are lots of opportunities outside in this global online world. Social media has made the world so easy to reach out to lots of hundreds and thousands of people. But we also need to know how, because sometimes there are people who have look at TikTok. What values do they create? But it's already reaching to hundreds and thousands of people. But the thing is that we are just a bit lagging behind. Maybe we are not interested in many of these tools. Maybe we're not interested in learning how to move out to people, but we have the values. Let's say people like yourself, and there are lots of professors, there are lots of knowledgeable people there. Nobody knows, right? The only reason is that they're not into this field of promoting themselves, or maybe they're not aware how to do it. So if you want to create transformation, definitely you need people to know you. And as you rightly mentioned, it's not about creating the money. It's not about a revenue phase itself. It's about creating value, creating transformation. Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, anybody else? Sister, oh yeah, Ustazah Emma, you want to share something? You have to unmute.
Yeah, Brother Sarfuddin, you also open to share. It's okay. We want to hear from you. We want to learn from you as well. Yeah. The floor is open for everyone. Yeah.
Okay, just like Anwar, Cikgu Anwar, I'm also not that familiar with the tech and all that. So that's a part, which is like how the marketing part, the getting the discovery part, getting people to know you, right? Of course, among my students, I'm very popular. Right? Like, I used to teach for 2 years in Mustafa Center, customer service. So even until today, right, when I go in, many of them, they sir, how are you, sir? And sometimes I forget who they are, but they remember me. Of course, if you're good looking, everybody remembers you. So it's like I created that impact among my students, but not on a global level, not at an international level. Right? So the marketing part is where is normally which is a hurdle, which is what they call how to get people to know you in the first place. And that is the beginning part, right? If the beginning is not even strong, then how do you proceed on to the next levels?
Yeah, that is actually the part on with regards to the marketing aspect. Yeah, in Singapore context, basically the people like Brother Sarfuddin, he's the adult education trainer, right? Considered as adult education trainer. Normally, in terms of the marketing, it's actually done by the institution. They just get students and they will contact Brother Sarfuddin. Okay, we have okay this course for you and this time. But when it comes to in terms of freelancing, most of us here struggling would be in terms of how do you want people to know you, and also in terms of what value do you have to actually add on to the skills set which the community do not have. Right? So in Singapore, we have this adult learning movement going on, and this has been for several years, meaning that when you talk about long life learning, the learning doesn't stop only after you graduating, but the learning will continues to grow and to basically be enhanced until the cradle. I mean until the grave. Yeah? There are some what do you call that? There are some funds which actually provided by the government, but for the private sector, basically they have to struggle in terms of finding their own source of funding. So it goes back in terms of the marketing and also in terms of the sales. Will we be covering that in the course?
Yeah, Brother Jafar, the course will be covering not only about the stages of the course creation, but also how to scale it, how to grow it. I think it's already mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you're going to sell your courses without selling, like that is marketing part, right? And also how to, before the selling, how you can create Godfather offer so that once people read about your course, they're already interested to enroll into it.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
so
going to talk about the course creation, the marketing, and also how to scale it. And I think, yeah, here we have a question from Ustaz Zahri.
Dr.
Yeah,
Zahid.
Dr. Zahri, yeah.
Yeah.
How can I start and develop online course? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I already mentioned the stages of how to start and develop an online course. So you can start if you have a community, because you're already ustaz, you have some students maybe. If you have a community, start with your community. Start with your community, get your course idea and share with them and ask them what they think about it, what they want to know more about this topic, this idea. And then you can start co-creating with them a pilot course. And once they're ready with the pilot course, once you create an impact in their lives, then it's easier for you to retain it. It's easier for you to go out to other people because their feedback will be contributing a lot for the promotion of your course as well. And if you want to start in the beginning, definitely you have to start with your own community. Like Brother Saifuddin already mentioned, he already has a community of learners. People love him. People know him and respect him. So you can start with your own community. Even your community might need solutions to new areas. For example, let's say you're teaching communication, you're teaching, for example, soft skills. Then you can start teaching NLP, which they don't know yet. So you can offer them new avenues, new solutions. So that's how you grow. That's how you retain. That's how you retain your community. So start with whatever you have. So that's why I said online course entrepreneurship is very easy to start because you already have all the skills. You already have the knowledge. You already have everything that you need. What you need to know is just the know-how, just to the connecting the dots, how to connect the dots between what you know and how you can teach them. So it's very simple. You can use social media. You can definitely start with your own Facebook page or your Instagram or your WhatsApp community. You can start with your own platforms that you already have. So it's very simple. The main thing is that we need to start. Once we start, we can try and we can correct ourselves and we can grow.
Yeah, so this for those people outside who listen to us to FB, this will be the topics which will be included. First is how to start, launch, and scale an online course entrepreneurship. Second is how to sell your courses without selling. Third is what are the stages of online course entrepreneurship. Fourth, grow your online course entrepreneurship effortlessly. Fifth, how to create a Godfather offer for your course. Six, building a tech hassle-free online course entrepreneurship. And seven, lots more to help you to build and grow your business. And these were also in the next stage of our course later on. We will actually introduce you in terms of the LMS, the learning management system. Taufik, you want to explain on that?
All right. Yeah, Brother Jafar, thank you. The learning management system is a tool, is a platform where you have all the necessary equipments integrated together. Let's say, for example, as I mentioned, like online courses, what do we need? We need, like, is Zoom platform enough or is Google Meet enough? That's only a tool to deliver the courses online. But if you want to have recorded classes, then are you going to refer to YouTube, for example, or Vimeo? If you want to ask them questions or quizzes or assignments, then what tools are you going to use? So learning management system is a platform where you have all these things integrated together. You can offer live classes, you can offer recorded classes, you can create questions, you can create quizzes, you can ask them to submit assignments, you can set deadline. So your assignments should be submitted on this deadline. After that, your assignment will not be accepted. And you can also create a system where the quizzes will be auto-marked, right? You don't have to spend time marking the questions and giving them the gradings. So it will be automatically done by the system itself. So you have all these things together integrated in the learning management system. So recently, part of our program, as you can see in the screen, the logo of Bidyapeet. Bidyapeet is a learning management system. This is an open learning management platform for the Bangladeshi audience. So basically, we are offering this for the Bangladeshi audience because our payment gateway is related to the Bangladeshi banks. And if you are, let's say, not in Bangladesh, if you're in Singapore or Malaysia or wherever you are, you can still use our platform. You can still use it. But when it comes to paying out, then we might need to find out how to do it cross-border transactions, because there are other issues that we need to deal out. So that's why I'm not really promoting Bidyapeet at the time, but in near future, we have plans. Maybe we can work out together and have a platform for for the global audience, where you can start your own online course entrepreneurship without having to invest a single cent. Because at Bidyapeet, there's no subscription fees. We don't charge you anything to start your own course entrepreneurship. You can start without investing anything. Just create a course creator ID, and you can start building your courses. So in this platform, you get everything from live classes, recorded classes, from quizzes, questions, assignments, and anything that you need.
Yeah, one from Dr. Nico here. We know entrepreneur is wide and it's tackle many subjects, especially in business and marketing. Here in Philippines, half of our youth belong to the society of LGBTQ. Yeah, Doctor, same goes in Singapore, Doctor. These are the concern in our community here. Yeah, can say they are very active in the society, do have subjects or syllabus related to LGBT leadership program. We know these LGBTQ are good in marketing and innovative prospects. Yeah. Yeah, those are I think for Dr. Nico, he's actually in mental health. Those are I thought that in terms of the activities he should explore in terms of how to help our community with some of the health issues. So down here, I think in this room we have quite a diverse expertise. Ustaz Anwar, Cikgu Anwar is in writing. Dr. Zari, I saw his posting on the design technology. Those are the perhaps Dr. Zari can actually focus on, and to basically to have the cross border. And Sister Askarini, you also have skill sets to basically to offer. Yeah, and so goes to others. Ustazah Ustazah Halimah, you want to share something on your program, Ustazah Halimah? Ustazah Halimah, you with us? Okay, from what I know, Ustazah Halimah actually runs conduct tuition classes to her students here from Islamic subjects and also Arabic language. Yeah, so those are I mean, in terms of the diversity of expertise which we have here, and we can have another sessions basically to on this thing before the program. But I just want to actually just to advertise, I just did some let me share the screen. Okay, those of you who can actually see the screen here, this is actually not this good. Can you all see the screen? Okay, so these are the courses which will be going on in January. This make your online course works. This is what we have been saying just now. So we are giving the early bird price until the 25th of December 2022 for $378 for 4 weeks tutorial with Brother Taufik. And as he mentioned just now, follow up. And this is actually an option for 6 weeks mentorship. So the 6-week mentorship is will be actually different apart from the 4 weeks tutorial. 4 weeks tutorial, the cost fee is $378 early bird price here in Singapore. We yet to actually for those in Indonesia or for those in the Philippines to work out what the ideal price over there. Later on, inshallah, do link up to our FB Madani Institute Private Limited or your cost representative in the respective countries. In Indonesia, we have Sister Askarini as our cost representative over there. In Philippines, we have Ustazah Emma, who will be representative for Philippines. Later on, we will give you their context. So I'm actually doing this thing, but 404 for the 4 sessions. The actual price is $420 per, and 10%. Because we have a project together with KCC, the Katambayayong Center for Change, will actually be donated to for that project, our human development project in Cebu, together with Dr. Nipo and also with Ustazah Emma. That is actually our commitment here, basically to help the community in Cebu, and most of them are fresh graduates, and also they are very potential, and also they are also a new converts which have been just converted to Islam some a few months and some a few years ago, right? So those are our commitment, basically to help the KCC Katambayayong Center for Change Cebu through these courses, and for people in basically our course representative in Cebu can actually promote this course to the to your audience. So this will be every Saturday starting from 14th of January to 4th of February 2023. We will run about 2-hour session for each of the session. From 14th January to 4th of February. So do register at bit.ly-mi for Madani Institute and _700. So those are the registration link, and also you can also email to me, muhammadjafar@gmail.com, or you can also contact to our various course coordinator in the respective countries. Okay. The next session I want to basically introduce. This is our flagship program, what we call the Genetic Intelligence Personality Practitioner. These are the level 1, which includes the online certification test. This program are actually for those who wants to be a genetic intelligence personality practitioner. This, I would say that this is a new technology, and this also a new knowledge, particularly to me, because I used to seek for personality tests, but that comes from a behavioral perspective. But this genetic intelligence personality practitioner, it comes from a biopsychology perspective. It's a different branch of psychology from the traditional type of psychology. Then, okay, these are the costs for the level 1 certificate. Do contact me at 978-3528. 978-35825, or you can also contact the other trainer, Siti Suhaila, 91125252. And we are actually the center for the Singapore and also for the Asia Pacific. If you want to know more about how basically how to explore or to basically identify your genetics intelligence, the true genetic intelligence, which have been found about 95% accurate in terms of the testing, in terms of the validity, and also in terms of the reliability. So do contact either one of us. And yeah, this is actually about why you need to take the genetic intelligence profiling test. So again, you can contact me at 978-35825 or 91125252. Inshallah, we will help you with regards to the test and also with the consultation. Okay, I think that's it for today in terms of our short, our 1.5, about 2 hours webinar today. Basically, the idea of today's meeting is actually to prepare you what is in the pipeline, and also in terms of the introductory, basically why you need to explore on the online course. Yeah, basically as the Brother Taufik have mentioned just now, there is 2 different things. Between one is the online course, creating the online course, and the second is online course entrepreneurship. So those are the 2 things which we will help you with this course. And later on, if you want to so-called explore on the learning management system, bidyapeet.com, you can also contact me in Singapore. We have a relation between Madani Institute and also Bidyapeet.com based in Bangladesh. And I would like to actually promote or to branch out these to the other countries too in future. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, Brother Jafar, just one last note that I wanted to share is just as a note of thanks, just for the audience who already attended today's program. Bidyapeet is willing to offer you a special promotion for signature program that we have with MIT Global, based in UAE and Sri Lanka. It's on 3 levels of programs on Islamic banking and finance. We have certificate in Islamic banking and finance, diploma in Islamic banking and finance, and executive diploma in Islamic banking and finance. So, Brother Jafar, if it's possible, maybe you can share the email addresses with me. I will send them the special promotional discount so that you can benefit. Maybe you can see in the screen. Okay, these are the programs that you can choose. These are full-fledged programs on certificate in Islamic banking and finance, diploma in Islamic banking and finance, and as well as executive diploma in Islamic banking and finance. And these programs are already been running for more than 15 years, and around 5,000 graduates have already benefited from these programs. And these are designed in line with the AUFIS CSAA, Chartered Sharia Advisor and Auditor, which is a recognized certificate program in Islamic banking and finance. So if you are interested, or maybe if your friend is interested, you can also refer to them. And Brother Jafar, if you can share the email addresses with me, I can share the discount code or the promotional materials with them.
Yeah, later on, you can actually contact me again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Here. Okay, Taufik, can you bring back to that just now that the Islamic the certificate of diploma there. Okay, I just want to explain it because certain terms which we here in Singapore or in Bangladesh might not be familiar or recognition with the terms in those countries. Okay, but a certificate program or diploma program here or an executive diploma program here, this is a continuous learning program. This is not an academic, meaning that you use this certificate or you use this diploma to actually proceed to your formal program. Meaning that in university or in poly. In Singapore, what we when we use the certificate or diploma here, it means it is a continuous learning. Okay, it is more for the in terms of enhancements of your professions and also enhancement in terms of your knowledge and your skills. And so this is more in the certificate is what we call as a terminal program, not academic program. So that is two different things between a certificate program and terminal program and academic program. And so again, this is more for the continuous learning, especially for adults who wants to basically improve themselves further. And so it is actually not related with the academic progression. Okay, so those are the things which I want to clarify here to basically to give understanding when we use certain terms which might be we should understand here, but perhaps certain countries like in Philippines, it means other things. So those are the things which so this is more what we call it a professional certificate or a professional diploma, right, Brother Taufik?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So again, I want to share just now. Let me share the screen. Yeah, back to our this promotion. Yeah, do contact us at 9783528 with me, or you can actually email to me muhammadjafar@gmail.com, or you can also register through bit.ly-mi_700. So the cost fee, the total cost fee, actual price is actually $420 for 4 sessions. But we are giving an early bird price until 25th December 2022 for $378. And if you bring in a friend, 2 friends for the cost, you will get another 10% discount for that cost. And so say for example, you register for during that period between now to 25th of December, so you will sign up for $378. And if you bring another friend, 2 friends, then you will earn another minus 37.8 or minus $37, which is actually about $201. So those are the what they call the cost fee. And also again, as I mentioned just now, 10% of the proceedings from this cost from the revenue will actually we will donate back to the Malayan Center for Change in Cebu, which we run human development project for their leaders over there, basically to be the catalyst of the community later on when they have progressed with certain skill sets and also in terms of certain knowledge. Okay, that's it from me. Brother Taufik, you want to add the last word?
Last word is thank you everyone for being with us, and we'll be happy to have your feedback, and we'll meet inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah. Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So again, about the feedback, you can also again give your feedback to me. You can WhatsApp 9783585, or you can email me at Muhammad Jafar, MOHDJAKFAR@gmail.com. Okay, thank you again, and inshallah we will meet you on another time. Brother Sapudin, can you wait for a while? Brother Sapudin? Yeah. And yeah. Okay, Ustazah Emma and Dr. Nico, thank you. Dr. Zali. And also Askarini, thank you again.
Jafar, you want to go offline?
Yeah, I'm going offline now.